introduce our MC for tonight. Mike Ng teaches business management at Cal State LA and started his youth as an at-risk child and was rescued by his involvement with the Kiwanis Club Youth Program, the Boy Scouts of America, his church youth program, and his family's strong work ethic in the garment industry. You know, Mike overcame a lot of challenges, such as bullying and low test scores, to eventually attain 3 degrees, including a bachelor, a master, and also a law degree at UCLA. He has served as mayor and city councilman in the city of Monterey Park, been our state assemblyman over cities like Alhambra, Rosemead, San Marino, El Monte, Monterey Park, South El Monte, and San Gabriel. He is past vice president and trustee of the elected board of trustees of one of America's largest community college system of 9 colleges, including East Los Angeles College. His most recent priorities include addressing the high cost of college, reducing student debt, finding solutions for student insecurities over job placements, housing, hunger, and healthcare needs. And I want to add one more thing. When Mike was on the board of trustees for the community college, he really reached out and really connected with our K-12 system, which really makes a difference in our educational system where we can help a lot of kids. And at this time, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our MC for this evening, Mr. Mike Ng.
Thank you, Bob. Well, are you all ready to start this wonderful Fire and Ice event? Well, that's wonderful because you have broke the record for the most number of tables ever to be at a library gala function. Congratulations. So what we want to do to start is we'd like to have everyone stand because we're going to have Troop 301, who's going to come and present the colors before we do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please place your right hand over your heart. Color guard, attend hot. Color guard, advance.
At this time, I'd like to call up our Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Monterey Park, Mr. Peter Chan, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Well, since all are ready, so let's get started. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please welcome back Mike.
Thank you. Thank you. You can put your hand, instead of over your heart, put it over your stomach, because he can hear some of you are really hungry. At this time, I'd like to call Pastor John at St. Thomas Aquinas to come over and do the invocation. Pastor.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Father John from St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church here on Atlantic Boulevard. And I'm here very happy to be invited tonight to the invocation for this wonderful event when we come together to raise funds and also have some fun for the library. Let us pray. My dear friends, we have come together tonight to give thanks to God for the wisdom we have received. We have also gathered here in fellowship to have a good time as a community of Monterey Park, also to raise some funds needed to keep our library useful to all people. May all who come to our library in search for knowledge always be open to learning the wisdom you have given us. Bless our efforts as we strive to create a more civilized world. Bless the food we are going to share tonight, and those who have worked so many ways to provide this meal, from the farm workers to the transport that brought it from the farms to our kitchen. May the hands that prepared it and those that will serve it tonight give you thanks. In the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Another round of applause for Pastor John at St. Thomas Aquinas for those moving words. So before we start, we'd like you to do something to break the ice. Would you turn to the person next to you and say, thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting our library. Okay? Let's do that. Okay. All right. I know some of you haven't been touched in 6 months, but let's keep it down, all right? All right, now, the second part. Because of our theme tonight, fire and ice, turn to the person that you just shook their hands and say, your hands feel like fire or your hands feel like ice? The reason is our gala theme tonight is fire and ice. Go ahead and do it. Your hand feels like fire or your hand feels like ice? Okay. All right. Okay, all right. Now go get the hand sanitizer. I'm just kidding. All right. At this time, you may have noticed that Mayor Stephen Lamb was listed on the program to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Mayor Lamb sends his regards. He's on a trip abroad establishing a new sister city, and he sent his family here to represent him. May I ask Mayor Stephen Lamb's family to stand? Are they here tonight? Are they here tonight? I know they paid for a table. Thank you, and tell Mayor our Godspeed on his trip back. Thank you. So at this time, you have set a new record. So we are going to have a wonderful program tonight. You all look amazing. Fantastic. So tonight, I'm going to welcome back the president of the Monterey Park Library Foundation. We also know Bob Jin as the vice president of the Alhambra Unified School District. Bob has been totally committed to our library and improving educational opportunities for our diverse communities. Let's warmly welcome the Honorable Bob Jin.
Thank you, Mike. And welcome to the Monterey Park Library Foundation dinner, to supporting raising funds for the Monterey Park Burgermeyer Library. You know, it's wonderful to see you all here today and in support of the foundation. And as you know, the library is going to be losing some funding source because of the bond that was passed 20 years ago is going to be gone. So we're going to be losing about $117,000 for this coming year. And so I know that the library is working very hard on looking at the budget and everything and working with the city, and we really appreciate everybody here today of supporting the library. You know, in planning this event, Norma asked me, she's the librarian, and she says, Bob, I've been getting emails and phone calls. What is fire and ice? And I says, she goes, well, what does it mean, and how does it relate to this to the library? So what I told her, I said, Norma, you just tell them to buy a ticket and show up, and they'll find out. Well, the answer to that question is just a theme. A theme for the event to get you fire up, to support the foundation and the library, and come out to have a cool time at the gala, because you are all cool supporters. Yeah, you know, like Mike said, that this is the most tables we ever sold for this event, and we really appreciate it. And I believe after all the money comes in, and after you spend more money on our raffles and silent auction items, that we'll be able to raise a little over $25,000 for the foundation in support of the library. "100% of the funds that we raise this evening will directly support the library. None of the funds will go towards any compensation to the board or anybody else. I'll tell you right now. I have such a wonderful and dedicated board members here today, and I know they'll be introduced later, but they have been so much fun to work with, because everything we do, we have fun. Right, board? Right, board? Yeah, thank you. You know, I want to acknowledge our honoree tonight, Janet Yu. She is such a dynamic person who gives 100%, if not more, of her time and support of the library. You know, she was on the board of trustees. She served on the board of the foundation, and she also serves on the board of the trustees. She continues to support the Marquepo PTSA and the Alliance. In fact, she just organized a Fear the Spear 5K run at Marquepo High School for the kids. And she's also serves on the Mission Amigos District for the Greater Los Angeles Area Council, Coordinating Council of Boy Scouts of America, as the program and finance chair. And I wanted to just say thank you, Jan, for all your hard work. You know, the foundation has really worked closely with Norma and the library in purchasing new equipment and technology software, providing funds for our children's program, and we do have a fantastic children's program where we have so many kids attend those programs each week. We also, the library also supported the literacy program, ESL classes, citizenship classes. During the Christmas holiday, we have a book giveaway to families. We served over 100 families. And we also have provided funding for updates to the different centers of the library to really bring them up to date and just to make them look more eye-appealing. I just want to conclude by saying that thank you. You have such big hearts in supporting this library and the foundation throughout the years. And I'll conclude with this. Through the library, literacy is totally knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob. At this time, I'd like to have someone come up here who's so instrumental in the development of our library. No one cares more about our library than Norma Arvizu. She's probably the only librarian in the United States of America that comes from the world of literacy. She cares about our immigrant families. She cares about the challenges of learning English. She cares about having a quality library that serves the diverse communities that make up the San Gabriel Valley. Let's give a warm welcome to the librarian for the amazing city of Monterey Park, Norma Arvizu. Come on, Norma, come on up.
Okay. Obviously, wearing a long gown is not smart. Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I think Bob stole my thunder. He gave a lot of statistics and information of what we have done. And absolutely right, this library does mean a lot to me. I became a director in 2012, and there were many challenges that I faced. And one of those challenges was we were just coming out of furloughs, and we needed to start bringing back our part-time librarians and part-time clerks, and we really didn't have the funding, but I had an incredible team of full-timers at the same time and part-timers that we worked together, and we started to figure out how we could increase back the 7-day operation, and we did. And then we moved on to also consider what were the programs that were needed to draw in more people into our library. And when I say more people, I don't know if some of you are aware that we average 1,500 patron visits per day. And that's close to over 300,000+ people that come to the library a year. And during my tenure as a city librarian, we have added an enormous amount of talented staff who have brought in some incredible programming in the children's department, in the literacy department, in the adult reference department, and technology that is now at a point where we're no longer chasing the trend. We are the trend. And so I thank my IT department for doing that as well. And I also want to thank all of you who are here tonight, because without your support, this wouldn't be happening. The funding that the foundation raises supplements enormous costs to the libraries that our budget cannot provide. And we thank them for everything they have done. We have this year an incredible group of people. I call them the Dream Team, because they have done an amazing number of fundraising. Over 2 years, they have raised over $160,000 for the library. So please, let's give them a hand. Libraries, they do have a role in the community. And the role isn't just about coming in to check out books. It's more about what can the library do to enhance the quality of your civic life. And many of you know that the library has been able to provide those instrumental components to make civic productivity. And we thank the foundation for making it possible to do that and to provide resources to children who may not have that technology at home, to adults who are still learning how to use technology, to some of our immigrants who are still learning how to speak English so they can flourish in their own communities. And because of the foundation and your support, all that does come possible. So thank you so much for being here. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Another round of applause for our wonderful city librarian. Thank you, Norma. You worked so hard, I know, and tonight's turnout is such a testament. I'd like to, at this time, this is very important because these people have the power of arrest. I'd like to recognize some of the officials here tonight. First of all, our Mayor Pro Tem, Peter Chan, was here earlier. Hi, Peter. And we have Council Member Hans Liang. Where's Hans? Thank you, Hans. And at this time, I'd like to call up our amazing city manager, Ron Bowe. And I've known him, and I've known Lillian for many years. Hi, Lillian. And Ron has the most difficult job, which is to recognize all of the departments heads here. And then tomorrow morning when we finish, we'll have brunch. Coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, your city manager, Ron Bowe.
Good evening, everyone. What a wonderful event, And I've been blessed to be able to work with some wonderful people within the city. And our city is ran by many different departments. And I'd like to start off with our city official attorney, counsel, Hensley Law Group, and representing the Hensley Law Group is Carl Berger, our deputy city attorney. Yeah. Yeah. And then we have both of our chiefs, Chief Smith. Well, where are you, Chief? Back here. And Chief Haverly, I'm not sure where you're sitting. Yeah. Chief Haverly in back there. We also have a retiree that loves to participate in our event, and he probably didn't realize that he's going to be recognized tonight, but his name is Dan Costley. Stand up, Dan. I don't think we forgot you, but just in case. Yeah. Yeah. And then we have the rest of our department heads that actually do a bang-up job. And we have our Community Development Director, Michael Huntley. Michael. We have our HR Risk Manager, Director, Tom Cody. And we have, let's see, and Inez Alvarez. Yeah. And I don't think Mark is here, our Director of Public Works. I didn't see him. I know he's got two little ones, and the two little ones are demanding at times. So hopefully I didn't miss anybody, but thank you, department heads, our legal department, and everything that you do for us. And thank you, community, for the support that you provide within the community and the city department. And let's enjoy the gala tonight.
Thank you. And if we missed any department heads, you'll find the raise on your desk first thing Monday morning. At this time, this is very important. The Library Foundation was so innovative, they designed the meal to remind you of our mission tonight. First of all, the bread is to show how well bred you are by being here tonight, okay? The salad is green because we need more of that money from you, okay? So instead of eating it, you should take it out of your purses and wallets, all right? And then, to make sure that you don't chicken out, we're actually having chicken. But we're also having drunken chicken. It's called chicken Chardonnay. So if you still haven't given yet, if you drink that chicken, you eat the chicken that drank the Chardonnay, hopefully your inhibitions will fail, all right? And then, for dessert, we're having pineapple upside down cake. And what does that mean? Because if you don't give, we're going to turn you upside down, so all those coins and dollar bills are going to fall out of your clothes, okay? So remember, we are here for what purpose? The library. Can I hear it? I can't hear you. Very good. Okay, so we're going to take a little break, and we're going to have that amazing musical genius, Gilbert Stokes and friends. Where's Gilbert? Gilbert, are you here tonight? I know you were here earlier, who's going to make a presentation. And I want to warn you, when we start the program, be careful, don't talk too loud, because CNN is in the back there recording everything, all right? So make sure you don't have like green stuff in your teeth when you smile, because you're all going to be on camera tonight. Okay, are you enjoying yourselves so far? Aren't you glad you came? Isn't this the best city in America? And aren't you the best people we've ever seen? You look amazing. You look amazing. So at this time, shall we start the dinner service and the music? Thank you. But we got to get on with the program. We failed to mention some very important people. Thank you, Gilbert. Our city clerk is here. Vincent Chang, would you stand up? Where are you, Vincent? Where is he? Dora, where did Vincent go? Vincent, where are you? Round of applause for Vincent. He's standing next to Lillian. Thank you. Sorry that we missed you. We also have Thomas Wong from the San Gabriel Valley Water District who gave out some souvenirs. Thomas, where are you? Where's Thomas? Is he here? Did he go? He was insulted. He left. Oh, I'm so sorry, Thomas. We also have Anthony Wong, our former mayor and council member, Anthony Wong. Francisco Alonso, who donated his city council salary to the Monterey Park Library, is here. I served with him on the library board. We also have Adele Andrade Stadler, clerk of the Alhambra Unified School District. Adele! We have Superintendent Denise Jaramillo. Where's Denise? Our superintendent. Where is she? There she is at the back. We have former Superintendent Laura Tellez Gagliano. Where are you, Laura? Thank you so much. And if we missed you, just bring $1 and your business card, and we'll be happy. No, make it $100. We'll be happy. So I know you're all getting back. So before we get back to the program, we wanted to ask a few questions, okay? Because I know to settle you down, we have to make it real. So the first question we have is this. We're here in the city of Monterey Park. What is the tallest building in Monterey Park? We have a prize for that. The tallest building in Monterey Park, fire department should know. Fire? It's the library because it has the most stories. Hello? Okay, I got another question. What did the hen... This is education. You're getting credit for it. What did the hen say to the librarian? I forgot my book. Okay, here's the last one. What vegetable will you always find growing in the library? Bok choy. All right, now we can move on. Now that you're totally disgusted, we can move on to the next part of our program. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of the library community, this is welcome to the second half. Are you enjoying yourself? Isn't this better than therapy? This is wonderful. You get hugged. Everybody says you look great. And they thank you for your check. All right, at this time, we want to introduce Theresa Amador, the Vice President of the Monterey Park Library Foundation. Theresa, where are you? Theresa is another one of those community gems. Whenever you ask her, she just can't say no. She's going to introduce the Library Board of Trustees, the Library Foundation, the Friends of the Library, the library staff, and everybody else in this room. Come on up, Theresa.
Well, are you having a good time? Are you relaxing? Can you believe it? We have live music and no DJ. And we're so grateful for Catherine Torres, who's the incoming president of the Women's Club, who arranged the music for us. So if we can have a round of applause for Catherine Torres. On behalf of the Library Foundation, it just warms our heart to see everyone here and having a good time, networking and socializing and making new relationships and saying hello to old relationships. And of course, we're all here to honor our honoree, who is Janet Yu. So let's get on and introduce the Monterey Park. I'm going to start with the Library Board of Trustees. Dave Barone isn't here. His daughter is graduating, so he's out of town. But we do have Betty Marin, who's our vice president, and she's way over in the back. Betty, can you wave? There she is. And then we have Jason Dhing, who's our Library Board of Trustees, and he's also our liaison to the Library Foundation, and he's our Energizer Bunny. He's around here somewhere. Jason, there he is. And we have Gloria Guerrero, who's another trustee, and she's around here somewhere. Where are you, Gloria? And Andrew Yam, who's the son of our honoree, Janet Yu. So that's our library board of trustees. Then the Friends of the Library, we have Nancy Ishino Gilmore, who's the president, and she's here this evening also. And Ellen Johansson, who's the secretary, and Lillian Kawatani, and Rosalie Toltzman. I know Rosalie is here. There she is, Rosalie. And Lorena Esparza, and Tiffany Guan. So that's our Friends of the Library. There's the ones that maintain the bookstore. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. And then I would like to introduce to you the worker bees that put this all together. And we couldn't do it without our library foundation. The foundation is the one that brings you the day at the races and our first tea for the first time. And we have, and you've already met Bob Jin. He's our president. And he also happens to be with the Alhambra School Board. He gives us direction just like a conductor. And then we have Dolores Rios, who's our treasurer, and she makes sure that there's money to pay the bills. Dolores, where are you? And we have Marianne Garcia, who's our secretary. She's over here. And Shirley Bateman, who's our board member. She's over here somewhere. Shirley, where are you? There she is. And then we have Alicia Martinez. She's over here too. You met her when she came in. And Kristen Fung, who's also a board member. And we have Carol Sullivan, who comes with a package. And Larry Sullivan isn't on the library board, but we've adopted him. And then our very own Mayor Pro Tem, Peter Chan, he's our emeritus member. So a great round of applause. So just on behalf of the Library Board of Trustees and the Library Foundation and the Friends of the Library, thank you very much for coming this evening and enjoying an evening with us. Thank you for your support. Mike, I give you back the mic. Hey, that almost rhymed, huh? Mike, I give you back the mic.
Are you ready for the presentation of the honoree tonight? Can we have a drum roll, please? Okay, very good. Yeah. Next time, try your stomach. Okay, here to present, I like that one better. Here to present the presentation to our honoree, we're going to invite our Congresswoman Judy Chu, who just flew in just seconds ago. As many of you know, Judy started her political career on the Garvey School Board. Anybody here from Garvey? Anybody went to Garvey? Okay. Anybody driven on Garvey Avenue? Okay. Then she served on the Monterey Park City Council and mayor for, I think, 3 times or 4 times. I lost count. Then the California State Assembly. Then the State Board of Equalization. And now serving in the United States Congress, where she's recently been appointed to the top and most prestigious congressional committee, the Ways and Means Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, fresh from LAX and fresh from Washington, D.C., our Congresswoman Judy Chu.
Wow, how great it is to be here with you. I just flew in from Washington, D.C. and drove here straight from LAX, but I wanted to be here with all of you so that we could honor this incredible person who's done so much for the Monterey Park Library, and that is our very own Janet Yu. Now, let me say that the words that people use to describe her, unselfish, enthusiastic, dedicated, determined. Well, clearly, she's made a huge impact on the Monterey Park Library. Now, how did she start off? She started off with this incredible project that nobody else would have thought of. And that is, she started off with a project called Recycling for Reading, where she got people to collect and recycle over 3,000 aluminum cans, plastics, and glass bottles, and raised money to buy new iPads and books for the Reading Rockets program and children's reading apps and the renewal of an e-books database. Well, she made her mark there, but she continued on. She got recruited to be on the Library Board of Trustees, and she became board president. But during her time as board president, she did such an incredible job, and one of the most notable things that she did was to get a community needs assessment, a community-wide survey with findings that help the library board and staff really understand what the community wanted. And it is because of those findings that they found out that there needed to be more services in Mandarin and Spanish, in fact, Mandarin and Spanish classes for adults and children, that there needed to be computer classes in multiple languages and at every level. And so that is because of the initiative that Janet Yu took. And as Library Board of Trustee member and president, she worked hard to ensure the policies that were implemented and continued the marvelous fundraising efforts, which tonight, by the way, have resulted in 33 tables. How about that? And when the renewal of the bond came, she was right there. She joined the Citizens for a Better Library Committee, and she served as secretary for the grassroots campaign, fighting to get more funds for the library. Well, you know, Janet hasn't stopped there. I mean, she is involved in nearly every major Monterey Park group, including the Lamp Optimist Club. Yes, Lamp Optimists. How about the Boy Scouts of America Mission Amigos District? How about the Chinese American Citizens Alliance, especially the Youth Council? And how about the Mark Keppel High School PTSA and Mark Keppel Alliance? And she's even a contributor to the Monterey Park Cascades, writing for the newspaper. And you know what? She's left her legacy with the second generation, because now her son, Andrew Yam, is serving as a trustee on the Monterey Park Bruggemeyer Library Board. How about that? So Janet Yu clearly could be called Ms. Monterey Park. But what's even greater is that really she is Miss Monterey Park Library. She has really shaped this library, really contributed to it, and I can't think of anybody that is more deserving of this award than the amazing Janet Yu. Could we all stand and give a standing ovation to this incredible woman, the incredible Janet Yu? Please come forward.
Thank you so much, Congresswoman Judy Chu. Thank you so much. Let's give her a big round of applause. I would like to thank Bob Jin, Theresa Amador, Carol Sullivan, Dolores Rios, Kristen Fong, Alicia Martinez, Marianne Garcia Barlow, Shirley Bettman. I would like to thank the wonderful Foundation board members for this amazing honor. I am truly humbled by this incredible evening and the award. This recognition tonight is not about something that I've done. It is actually something that we've all done together. As many of you know, June 28, 2018 is around the corner, and it's a month that we've been dreading. It's a month that Measure C sunsets. But as I look around the room, I feel hopeful, because the one thing that I know that everyone in this room shares is a love for our library. It was truly an honor to work with the elite group of individuals on the Citizens for a Better Library Community. Bob Jin, Theresa Amador, Dave Barron, Henry Lowe, Thomas Wong, Walter Beaumont, Jason Dhing, and Yukio Karatani. Now, Yukio not only served as the advisor and the visionary for the committee, but he was the key driving force for the success of the initial Measure C campaign. We would not have the beautiful library that we have today if it was not for individuals like Yukio and Mayor Francisco Alonso, who's here tonight, or Councilmember Peter Chan, who served as the Measure C campaign treasurer, and as well as former Assembly member and our next state senator, Mike Ng, who was the fundraising chair for the library board. Yes. Who was able to successfully raise a substantial amount of money from the community in order to match the state grant in order to build the 26,000 square foot addition to the library that we have today. Now, I also had the opportunity to serve with some very, very distinct individuals on the library board. We have Betty Marin, who's actually on the library board. She's here with us tonight, as well as a couple of other colleagues, Nancy Ashino Gilmore and Mary Elena Yepes, who actually served with me as co-chairs on the Community Outreach and Educational Partnership Subcommittee. Mary Elena and Nancy, I am so grateful for your wisdom, and I'm so proud of the surveys that we created and the information that we were able to collect for our library. So thank you. Serving on the library board also enabled me to see firsthand what a wonderful job the library staff does. I want to take a moment to thank our city librarian, Norma Arvizu, for your leadership and for all the things that you do. And Gwen Kashida, I think you have the Midas touch. Everything you do, everything you touch is beautiful. So please know that the work that you do for us and for the library, for the community, is truly appreciated. Recently, I have had a chance to support and work with Winston Wu, who's the advisor on the CACA Youth Council, who Winston actually personally mentored over 1,000 students, including my son, Andy. Winston provides the students with leadership and experience and opportunities to organize and offer many educational and informational workshops here at the Bruggemeyer Library as well as in the wider community. I want to also thank the wonderful members of my Lamp Optimist family. Lamp, do I hear you? Woo! Dennis Gutierrez, Adele Andrade Stadler, Dave and Mary Ellen Barron, Sam Look, and my dear sister, Gloria Guerrero, Paul Perez, Annie Au. Annie actually is the founder. We work with youths through the Lamp Optimist, and Annie is actually the founder of the Lamp Power program. And we also have Juliet Lai, who's the Eco Harmony advisor, the Honorable Vincent Chang, as well as Dora Liang and Andrea Soto. This is my family. This is my extended community family at LAMP. I enjoy all the amazing activities and events that we work on together to serve the youth and the community. When Andy was in Boy Scouts, I was actually roped into serving on the parent committee by my dear friend, Mei Lee. And she was actually the parent chair committee, she was the parent committee chair at the time. So Mei, thank you, and Phil for your kindness and friendship, and for always being there in any capacity that's needed for so many of the educational and community organizations. And I'd also like to thank the Scouts. I think they might have gone home already, but the Scouts from Troop 301 for being the color guard tonight. That really meant a lot. I wasn't expecting them to be here, so that was really special. Serving now on the Mission Amigos District as program chair, I have the distinct honor of serving under serving with a great team under the leadership of Bob Jen. And last weekend, Marquette Alliance held its very first 5K fundraiser that my nephew Xavier had co-chaired. Now, the Alliance president, Sharon Wu, served as advisor and mentor to the students. And Sharon, I was so proud to support you and the students on this successful event. Over 4 years that I have seen and had a chance to co-chair with you in membership at PTSA, I've personally seen the dedication and commitment that you have for Keppel, for the Alhambra School District, and also for the students. As a member of both Brightwood and Keppel PTSA, I've had the opportunity to work with some incredible parents like Jeannie Sakuma, and also Linda Wong, Scott Haro, and his beautiful wife Nancy's here tonight, Tony and Oriana Chan, as well as Denise Cho. Now, Catherine Wills, my dear friend with the big heart. Now, she actually was the one that named our committee when we actually organized a community fundraiser to help the victims of 9/11. And, you know, if everybody knows Kathy, you know that, you know, she opens up her heart to everyone. My dear friend, Shirley Wong, that I've learned so much from, and we had worked together on a public safety measure. My mom is here tonight, and it has been said that the purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Now, although those words are actually from Ralph Waldo Emerson, it is actually my mom who taught me the true meaning of those words. My husband, Charles, you've taught me how to think logically, even when I could be a tad bit illogical. And you've taught me that two people can be right, although if you leave it up to Andy, he would say the two people would be him and his dad. But most of all, thank you for the amazing support and love that you bring to the family. So Andrew and Xavier, you have met and interacted with many of the individuals that I've named, and my hopes for you in the future are that you're lucky enough to continue to meet and interact with the types of amazing individuals that I am inspired by, that I look up to, and that I've learned from. Although time does not permit me to thank every one of you individually and by name, please know that I'm very grateful for your friendship and for our shared love of our library. Now, I know we're in for a treat because I know we've heard some great music from Gilbert Stokes and friends, and I think they're going to play a little bit more. But please, you know, help me thank, once again, you know, the wonderful Library Foundation for this great honor. You've made this evening so special. I will never forget this. Thank you so much, my dear friend Theresa, Bob Jen. You guys are all amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
We wanted to, by special request, there's a young man who's related to our honoree, and his name is Andy Yam. He's an amazing, grew up in Monterey Park, Eagle Scout, and is at UCI, and actually was my teaching assistant for a little while, but had to quit because of our low salary. So please welcome Andy Yam.
Okay, so my mom had no idea I was actually doing this, and so surprise, hi. And this also, I hope this also explains why I asked you for $500 yesterday for food. Yeah, so surprise, that's why I asked for that. Anyways, so I feel like in your speech you like to talk a lot about other people, but I feel like this is to celebrate you and your achievements, so I feel like I should probably speak on a little bit of that. I feel like I'm pretty sure everyone here has probably met my mom at least in some occasion, some way, shape, or form, or something like that, and probably have seen a lot of the things that she's done. But I feel like no one really kind of knows like the mom that I know, and not the mom that kicks me out of bed every Sunday morning and tells me to go do something. No, not that mom. The mom that I guess works extremely hard in the background. Everything that she's done. I remember at one point I asked my mom, was like, why do you do all this stuff? Like, it causes you so much stress. Like, you're always running around and trying to get everything together. And you told me that it was, you did it for me. And I think that kind of resonated with me because I feel like I've owed a lot of whatever I've done to to you as well. It's in part to your nature that you do so much for other people that you prefer to stand in the background. And I think that this event is a great change because finally now we can honor you for everything that you've done, and all the late nights that I know you stay up. Sometimes she goes to sleep later than me, and I was an AP student, I was a college student. She still stays up later than me, which is pretty crazy. So I feel like, I just wanted to come up here. Again, you didn't know about this, and I wanted to come up here and just, I guess, talk a little bit on that because I feel like you deserve it, and you deserve all the love in the world from us. So thank you so much, Mom. I love you.
Thank you. Another round of applause for our next generation. Andy Yam coming up very quickly. We also had a very special presentation from the City of Monterey Park because we are in the City of Monterey Park. So Mayor Pro Tem Peter Chan and Councilmember Hans Liang, would you please come up?
Thank you, Mike. And I would like to ask our city clerk, Vincent Chang, to come up too. And also, since Andy just come up, so why don't you come out too? And I would like to ask one more person. That's Charles. Charles, please come up. You cannot be in the background. That's the husband of Janet. So let's give a big hand to Charles. We all know Janet, but not many people know Charles. So here he is. And actually, we are in the same high school, although I'm a lot senior than he is. Although he has less hair than I am. But when we know each other, that we are in the same high school, he has a whole lot more hair than mine. So, but anyway, I just want to introduce the family together so that you know who they are, and I know them for a long time, and so it's a good family. So let's give the family a big hand. So Hans, you want to say a few words? Yeah.
Well, I guess you guys have figured out I'm the youngest since I have the least amount of hair, right? It's, first of all, it's so wonderful to see so many people here tonight for the event. It's the most successful event. I want to congratulate the foundation for the fruits of their hard work here. And then Janet, it's really hard to top your speech and your son coming up after you. But, when we first, Peter and I got elected, when it came time to appoint a library board member, I remember there was no doubt in our mind that you would be that person. And you have demonstrated that we made the right choice. So congratulations. It's a well-deserved recognition tonight. And I'm certain you'll be doing a lot more for the city as well. So congratulations, Janet.
City Clerk.
Wow, Janet, the award that you receive can't compare to the work that you've done. I mean, we, especially the Lamp Optimist Club, we're so appreciative of, your great ideas, and you're constantly full of energy. It's just, so refreshing to have somebody like you as part of the club. It's truly an honor to be there with you. So congratulations. Congratulations, Andy, your family, Charles, right? So, you guys are great. So, we need more families like you guys in the city of Monterey Park, truly, truly. So, again, congratulations.
Okay.
Just go take a picture of the
Yeah, let's. Yes.
While they're posing, I'd also like to add that I met Janet when the city was putting together a couple of ballot measures to provide for public safety, and she was really amazing and actually got 5 council members to vote for this. That's amazing because, and that's really one of her skills. And also, Janet, I think it was when 9/11 happened, Janet saw the Twin Towers and she organized a fundraiser to send money over to New York. So for all of these reasons, congratulations, Janet, on your very well-deserved award. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our 2018 honoree, Janet Yu. Thank you, Janet. Oh, the award, that's right, one minor.
I get to keep this one.
We were going to use it for next year, but It's got your name on it, and there are a lot of, and there was a certificate from the Honoree Unified School District. Thank you for that too. At this time, wasn't that amazing? Congratulations, and to all the presenters. At this time, we're going to have Jason Dhing is going to come back, representing the Library Board of Trustees, to acknowledge. Oh yeah, come on up.
This is the last call for the photo booth. On the tables, there was an envelope and it had little coupons in there. So if you haven't used them, there's an envelope. There's 5 tickets for you to share, and the photos are free. If you want extra photos, it's $8, and they're way in the back. So please take advantage and take home a memory. So I just wanted you to know that. Thank you. Don't let them go to waste, guys.
But we still have a deficit. If any of you have your checkbooks and you love the library, please remember, you need to support the library. At this time, Jason, are you ready, Jason? Jason, I'm going to honor. Okay, Jason Dhing, representing the Library Board of Trustees, is going to thank all the sponsors. And if you want to be a sponsor before he leaves the stage, just come on up and pledge something to our wonderful library board. Jason, are you ready? I got to go to the bathroom, so hurry.
Okay, before we actually go to that, would you guys like to know to do the raffles first, or do you guys want to do the acknowledgement first? Raffles, I hear? Oh, you want an acknowledgement first? Okay, got it. All right. Well, actually, if you see on the centerpiece, all the blue, I just want to let you know that's from Janet Lee's. She donated the centerpieces for all the. Thank you, Janet. So the way we're gonna do this is, and we came out with a good one actually. Was it Bob or Theresa came out with a good one? Okay. Whoever was the last one who went to the library gets to bring that flower home. So no cheating, okay? So you gotta figure out, you may have to pull out your library card to make sure, and we'll have the librarian check the credit card, but, I mean the library card, but credit card's good too, but, so talk among yourself. Whoever was the last, like if you went to the library this morning, everybody else went last week, you got the flowers, okay? So we're gonna do acknowledgement. We're gonna have when I call the name, if you are here, if you can stand up, we want to acknowledge you. So the $3,000 table, we have the Hensley Law Group. Are they? Okay. And then obviously Scada Foundation, they donated $3,000 as usual. They are very, very generous to our library. And then for $2,000 table, we have the Athens disposal. Okay, thank you. And then for the $1,000 table, we have the Alhambra Education Foundation. And then we have Kete Bang. You know what? I'm going to read the name, and then we'll do an applause at the end because this may get too long. Central Escrow Group, if you can stand up. We really want to acknowledge you. Diversified Alarms. And then Dynamic Line Dance Club. Thank you. Bob and Diane Jin. Guerrero Family and Friends. And then we have Stephen Lamb's family. I know Stephen's not here. Thank you. And then the Monterey Park Firefighter Association. Thank you. the Monterey Park Police Officer Association. And then I'm going to mispronounce this, Panaj Buddhist Mission. And then Royal Business Bank. And then Sparks After School Academy. TransTech, Elizabeth Yang, and Janet Yu, our honorees. Thank you so much for your support and your donation. I'll pass.
You know, before we close out and start dancing, I just want to recognize Henry Lowe, a representative from Assemblyman Ed Cha. He had a presentation. For Janet, where are you? Real quick.
Paging Janet. Janet, where are you?
Wait, and also Henry is also on the Garvey School District Board, and I also want to recognize John Nunez from the Garvey School District Board. Where are you, John? John, stand up. Yeah. Oh,
Okay. Okay, there, John. I'll be quick because I know I'm the only thing standing between all of you and dancing, but on behalf of Assemblymember Ed Chow, we'd like to recognize our special honoree. I apologize I'm late, but better late than never. But please join us and also continue to honor Janet Yu, our special volunteer and leader extraordinaire. And congratulations. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Alrighty.
But another person I would like to say thank you to is Mike Ying for being our MC. So let's give Mike a round of applause. So Mike, if you win the state senate, you're gonna come back and MC, right? Yeah. Okay. I just want to say thank you to everyone for being here tonight. Thank you for supporting the foundation. Thank you for supporting the library. And we hope to see you here next year. And remember, literacy is knowledge, okay? And now we're going to have dancing for the rest of the evening. Thank you, everyone, for coming.